Another segment, man. We got a segment we call Dinner Time, right? We stole the idea, the title from Bump J. But the concept, man, is our tagline is Herb and Two's intellectual thuggery, right? So we want to give you an opportunity to participate in the game called Dinner Time. And what it is, man, you have two dinner guests, right? You can pick two dinner guests from any era in time, dead or alive, and one has to be an intellect and one has to be a thug. And y'all got to have a problem that y'all want to solve, and these two guys, you're gonna bring them together to solve whatever this problem is. Anybody, past or present.
Okay, I'm gonna go past, and they both grew up in same eras. Malcolm X and David Barksdale.
David Barksdale. I've been wondering all day what organization you was involved in. Now I know. No, I rock with it. Now, because people who not from the city or people who tune in from other places might not know who these people are. Of course, Malcolm has a brand that most people would know.
Yeah.
Explain David Barksdale to the people who wouldn't know.
So David Barksdale was the founder of the Disciples, but was interested in not just looking at it from a gang. The reason I say both of them, because I think both of them had the ideas of uniting their people. But it was, I could have, I imagine what would have happened if Malcolm X was able to pour into him in that era, which he had the concept because the organization was born out of racial things like Inglewood, where they was fighting different races and things of that nature, and they wanted to become political, because at that time, the civil rights era, they was just as much involved in the civil rights era as the Black Panthers, as Jeff Ford them. In that time, they just didn't have the limelight went on them, but they started programs, and that's what his thing was, the unification of their people. So I look at if he could have aligned with a Malcolm X, that could have been big. Then I look at from Malcolm X's perspective, he would have got some real warriors who had no direction and would have stood with him firm and probably protected him different. So I would love to see that combination.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that answer, man. Malcolm is probably one of the most mentioned people on the show when we do that segment, but this is the first time we heard David Barksdale, and I got a certain appreciation for that answer, man. So, man, we appreciate that answer.